So yeah, I highly, highly, highly recommend writing affirmations, especially if you feel lost in who you are, especially if you feel like, damn, like I miss the old me or da da. If you feel this way, if you feel like you're lost within yourself, if you feel like your self-esteem is a little low, write affirmations. Write this shit for a week straight, and I promise you, your energetic vibration will rise so much, and people will be telling you shit that you're telling yourself. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, this shit is fucking crazy. Like, I will literally write affirmations in my journal and then go outside and, like, you know how, like, some random people will say something to you? Some random person might say, like, give me a compliment, but it'll be something specific that I wrote in my affirmations. And it's just because, like, this is all energy. We have to use, like, y'all, when I say use what you have, if you have a pen and a paper, use that shit. Do whatever you need to do to get to where you need to be. If you need to write 1,000,000 affirmations like I did, then do that shit. I have digital products with free affirmations linked in my bio. But if you need to go to more events, if you need to talk to more people, if you need to stay home, if you don't need to talk to nobody, if you need to get the fuck away from everybody, do what you need to do to get yourself aligned to the person that you want to be, especially in 2025, because 2025 is a year that's going to... 2025 is going to be a big harvesting year. It's going to be a big harvesting year. So anything that you're pouring into yourself, anything that you're pouring into the world, that shit is going to come back to you. A lot, like, everybody got to tighten the fuck up. If you are in a position that you don't want to be in right now, and it's like, oh, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, I don't have time for this, I don't have time to pour into my passions, I don't have time to do what I love, you're lying. You're literally lying. You are deciding to do something else. That's all it is. You are simply deciding to do something else. That's it. For whatever reason that may be, you need to do some shadow work and figure that shit out. But success comes down to a decision. And sometimes we don't know what steps to take, but we know the next step. Sometimes we don't know the entire, like, path, but we know the next step. As long as you know what you can do in this moment or in this period of your life that will help you align closer to what you want, that is what you need to be doing. Because the longer you neglect your gifts, the longer you neglect what you're passionate about, the more and more you will feel miserable as you get older, as your life goes on. You will grow to be very miserable of life, and you will grow to resent people who have nurtured their gifts, who have poured into their gifts. Because one thing that I notice is that when you don't do something, somebody else will, and then you're gonna see it and you're probably gonna feel some type of way. That's just what it is. Like, if you have an idea and then it's like you sit on it for too long and then you see somebody else doing it, it's like, I could have did that, I thought of that first, I had to do that. Like, but you're not embodying that person who does that. And when you pour into what God has gifted you with, this is the easiest thing. This is the easiest thing to flow into, to monetize, to gain abundance from, because you have a godly gift that is natural and organic. You have a godly gift to do this thing, and you have a divine duty to nurture and pursue your gifts and your passions. You have a godly duty to do that. So the longer that you put that off, the longer that you are doing other things, the longer that you are not nurturing this part of yourself, the more you will feel miserable, the more you will feel depressed and upset. And it's only going to be like a compound effect, because you're letting all of this energy just sit. And this is why I really love, like, yoga and stuff. This is why I love yoga and movement and just dance alchemy, because it allows you to connect with your body and connect with how you feel, where you want to go, how you want to be embodied in this world. And yeah. So yeah, you have to pour into yourself. You have to. I have to. This is why I'm right here right now, because I'm not right here right now because I'm not making these videos because I'm trying to like get clout or like because of anything, like, you know what I'm saying? I want this to reach the people that is meant to reach. I want this to nurture the people who are on this same journey of authenticity and just enlightenment and just fulfilled, like who are on this journey of being fulfilled in life. I'm doing this shit because I have to. I cannot sit any longer watching other people do something that I'm so passionate about and just watch them do it. Like, I can't live vicariously through people that I don't know. I have to do it myself. I have to embody it myself. I have to experience it myself. And it feels really good. Like, I'm learning all of this stuff and I'm just filling myself up with so much information that it has to it's literally overflowing. It has to come out. And I'm showing up imperfect. I don't be knowing exactly what the fuck I'm going to say all the time, but I just try to, but I'm just being guided by spirits to share, to literally share and to share my voice. You must use it. It is your divine duty. This isn't something that's negotiable. And remember what I'm saying. This is not something that is negotiable. You will, I'm telling you, you will be fucking miserable and depressed if you do not pour into your gifts and your passions and into yourself. Because that is what comes first. Everybody loves to preach like so many people, I feel like so many people preach this like idea that you have to be selfless and not give a fuck about yourself so that you can then give to other people, right? But that's backwards as fuck. Like, a lot of shit is backwards as fuck, and I'm here to tell you that it's backwards as shit. And this is why you feeling like fucking confused and fucking depleted and drained and depressed and all of this shit. It's because you're not pouring into yourself. Granted, we have other people in our lives that we have to pour into, but if you are not pouring into yourself, you cannot pour into nobody else. Stop trying. Stop fucking trying. I don't give a fuck how mad people get. I don't care how mad people get. If you do not have enough to pour into another person and you have not poured into yourself, there is no way that you can ever be able to fully show up for somebody else. You have to take ownership of your life. Like, do you own this life? Because when you are pointing the finger, when you're constantly looking outside of yourself to blame or to cause this is the reason why, like, and it's always something outside of yourself, you are not owning your life. You literally sold your whole life to something outside of you. Like, think about that shit. People love talking about like celebrities who selling their soul. A lot of y'all selling y'all soul right now because you're operating in a way that is not aligned to who you are. And that's just facts. Like, you're literally doing everything but nurturing. You're literally doing everything but nurturing yourself. You're doing everything but pouring into your gifts. You're doing everything but being authentic. You're doing everything but not giving a fuck about what somebody thinks. Like if your mind process is, before you do something, is a bunch of other people's shit going through your head, like, okay, the way that you contemplate on what decision to make is through a lens of lack or through a lens of one that is not yours, then you need to fucking reel it all back in, call all of your power back, and you need to take accountability for your life. Take accountability for your life. Granted, things happen in life. We affect each other, but it is up to you to make the decisions to either get back in alignment or to stay out of alignment. And it all comes down to a fucking decision. Now, what decision are you going to make? That's one. See, when it comes to manifestation, everybody sees these videos. It's like, you know, write affirmations, do the law of affirmation, do law of assumption. I'm a big writer, so like I write a lot. But one thing that I've come to realize is that you could write as much as you want, you can affirm as much as you want, but if you don't begin to embody this version of yourself, if you're saying affirmations, then you just going straight back into what, like if you're saying, I love myself, I honor myself, I respect myself, and then you going through your whole day and it's just like, oh, why did I do that? Like, or it's like, hold on. If you're saying that you love yourself, if you're saying that you honor yourself and you respect yourself, but throughout your entire day, you're constantly neglecting yourself, you're constantly putting yourself aside to, you're constantly still embodying a person who does not fuck with themselves, but you're literally saying that you love yourself and you writing this shit in your journal, then you're confusing the universe. You're confusing yourself. You're like, these affirmations don't work. If the affirmations don't work, it's because you don't believe it. Because there is a big difference from people who succeed and people who don't succeed. And that one big ass difference is the mindset that you have. And when you are saying these affirmations, if you really don't believe these affirmations, bitch, you need to fake it till you fucking make it. You need to act like, and another thing that I want to say is, when it comes to money manifestation and manifesting abundance, and people are like, you have to act like you already have it, and people just say like you have to act rich before you are rich. What does that actually mean? Like, what does that actually mean? This actually means that you need to create a routine that the rich version of yourself would have. And this does not mean go spend all of your money, because honestly, the rich version of you, any rich version of you, probably would be a little more financially literate to not make certain decisions that you are making just because you calling yourself rich or whatever. So how to embody for manifestation is to literally create a routine for yourself that aligns with the version of yourself that you want to be. Yeah, you literally have to align yourself to the version of yourself who you want to be. And how you can do that is to create a routine that has you feeling good, has you feeling peaceful, has your brain connected to you need to create a routine that connects you to yourself on a daily basis. Like, this isn't negotiable. This is non-negotiable. If you're the type of person who just gets up, get on your phone, go get ready for work and leave out the house, or like get up, first thing you do is call somebody, first thing you do, like, bro, you're literally neglecting yourself. First thing you do in the morning is fucking neglect yourself. And then you wondering why writing affirmations isn't working. Like, you have to change. You literally have to change. Like I said before, doing the external work only is not going to... Even writing is doing external work. Even though it's a part of inner work, if you are not embodying these things that you are pouring into yourself, then it does not matter. It's like useless as fuck. And people don't get this because people are so stuck in this way of like limiting thinking. Baby, this is your life. This is your life. You out here with a job. You have to align yourself to the things that you want to do. You can't be mad because you work at McDonald's. Bitch, you decided to work at McDonald's. You have to have standards for yourself. You have to have boundaries. And this means even working in certain places if you know that you are meant for something bigger, if you know that you have something bigger to offer to the world right now, you need to find where you need to go to be able to invest the most time that you can within that. Now, this isn't to say that, you know, if you have to work at McDonald's, that's just a part of your journey. And there's nothing against people who work at McDonald's, but I'm just saying, if you have to be somewhere that you don't necessarily want to be, and you are utilizing that opportunity to as a stepping stone, then that's something different versus you just settling for a position in life because you feel like this is all you can get. Start looking at where you want to go. Start looking at who you want to be. Start paying attention to how you are right now, because there is a reason why you are not in the place where you want to be. There's a reason why you're not in the relationship you want to be in. There's a reason why you're not having the money that you want to have. And all of this comes down to your self-concept and what you believe of yourself to have. This shit is just a fucking decision. People who are wealthy and rich decided to be wealthy and rich. They took the necessary steps to get to where they wanted to go. And a lot of y'all think that y'all could get to these high places. Y'all think that y'all could get to these grandiose places for free without doing anything, without putting in any sort of work. And this is one big thing that I've realized within the spiritual community, is that once you get on your spiritual journey and you start realizing how like a lot of shit is just an illusion, then you get in this energy of feeling like you don't have to do anything, and feeling like, well, like feeling a sense of disconnection from physical reality. And the whole point of us being here is to literally be a physical manifestation of the spirits. So for you to have these big ass dreams and feel like just because you're spiritual you don't have to do anything is quite literally delusional. You need, the whole reason why you're even having spiritual downloads, why you're getting this information, is so that you can actually embody it and act on it. Okay? And yeah, like people don't want to pay for mentorship. People don't want to pay to go to events. People don't want to pay for shit. And people don't want to pay for shit for. And one thing that I realized, the difference between wealthy people and poor people and the mindset and actually in physical and actually in finances, is that wealthy people pay for knowledge. Poor people don't. So you need to invest in yourself. Bottom line, you need to invest in yourself. And there are free events that you can invest in yourself with, but for you to think that you don't have to do anything just because you're spiritual is quite frankly like delusional in the worst way possible, because you were sent here to use your gifts to be abundant, to be great and be abundant. And how can you be great if you just not doing shit? Like,